Flooding scenes in Africa show how vulnerable the continent is to climate change, even though it is the lowest producer of greenhouse gas emissions in the world. To cope with such disasters, the African Union is setting up a centralized monitoring and early warning system for the continent. The Nairobi Disaster Operations Center for the East African region is the continent's first situation room.
Council of the Ministers with the member states sat and said we need to have a disaster operations center based in Nairobi, which will focus mainly on early warning systems. So that gave birth to establishment in this office so that we look at a broader aspect of different disasters within the region.
The center, located at the IGAD Climate Prediction and Applications Center, uses the East Africa Hazards Watch. It's a system developed by the center for collecting and sharing multi-hazard data with the respective member countries.
The system works automatically so that it ingests in the data set. Algorithm is set within the cluster. We have a supercomputing system within IGPAC. So there's less human attachment to it. It's also near real time, so it's every 10 days. The update itself and we see the conditions of drought.
The center, which opened in October, is to provide climate information and early warnings to 11 East African countries. Officials say local communities must be ready to respond quickly to save lives and minimize damage.
So we must equip the communities themselves to be able to respond to a disaster in its first hours at least. And so I think we owe it to them to set up this early warning system and ensure that it's functional and that people who are vulnerable to disasters are able to access that information in a timely way to save lives and property.
As Africa experiences more extreme weather, officials say early warnings and early action will help limit its impact. Juma Majanga for VOA News, Nairobi.